Hi everybody, this is Alice, Bejeweled Hedgehog. Um, Hello, I am here for my vlog. It's been a while since I've made a vlog. Nothing's wrong, but nothing at the moment seems to be so terribly right either. I've just been kind of run down this week. That feeling of, I'm not really sick, but I'm not really well. Not depressed, thankfully, just bleh. And I honestly feel like I don't have a thing to say, but, I thought I would come out and say hi to everybody. La 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 la. I have not been doing as much crafting as I usually do. Let's see. I got my craft supplies all organized, so you would think I would just have this overwhelming urge to sit down and make stuff. But maybe it's the heat. It is hot. At least for me, it's hot. Right now, it's like 91 degrees, and it's 8 o'clock in the evening, and that does not make me very happy. So anyway, you will have to excuse my hair. I just decided I didn't want it anywhere on my face, so I just sort of pinned it up, and I can't get it pinned up without this little thingy, so I'll periodically try and mash it down, but it seems to want to keep popping back up. Let's see. I have been doing a little bit of crocheting. I have this great cotton. It's Cotton Club, which I think is Michael's brand cotton, and it's really nice and soft. And I decided I would just make a bunch of these little lacy, squiggly things, and you can use them as like scarves / jewelry, just wrap around your neck in the summer. And I think I'll put little beads or something on the ends. So it's, because when it gets this hot and sweaty, just feeling something against your skin, like, metal or plastic or even wood, is just annoying. So anyhow, nice little summer thingies. Clearly, I don't have a nice little summer brainy. It just seems to be gone. Let's see. Oh, I did not put up a Cast Off Crew video this week. Blur. Mainly because I was really tired on Tuesday night. So it just didn't happen. It is going to happen next week. I always say that, but no, it seriously is. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay, I have been tired and just laying around like a slug reading. And I took some time this evening to go ahead and write down 2 of the books. This is the little journal that my sister gave me. And I have just decided to write down every book that I read for like a whole year. And I got really bad at it and just kept kind of forgetting. So there's a whole bunch that aren't in here. But I realized I had finished 2 of them. So I just sat down this evening and put little pages in. And it looks green. There is no way. Okay, that is just too funny. These pages are not green. It probably has something to... Oh, wait a minute. It like flashes. Okay, if I hold it at this angle, you can see that it's not green. I have no idea what I have done. Everything was so washed out when I first turned on the camera that I went into the advanced settings and tinkered with it till I got a little more color. And I don't know what I have done, but I have apparently made my white pages green. The further back I go, sometimes the further back I go, the better things get. In this case, the further back I go, the worse things are getting. But anyway, look, I used stamps. I have become so, you could call it corrupted or inspired. Corrupted from a budgetary point of view, inspired from an artistic point of view by watching everybody on YouTube. Because now I have little stamps, and I decided, well, not little, they're big actually, and I decided to, just go ahead with my book journal and decorate the pages. So this is page number 1. I love the little bird, and this particular book is called A Twisted Ladder by Rhodey Hawk. And I don't know how I found it. I'll get on Amazon and I'll just be looking at an author I already know, and how it has that little thing down along the bottom that recommends other books, and then I just start. This is my idea of fun. Start looking at those other books and saying, oh, that looks interesting, and I just keep adding them to a list. Then I noticed that this particular book was a bargain paperback for $5.60. I don't know where they come up with their prices, but anyway, since I have Prime, I just clicked the 2-day free delivery button, and 2 days later, there it was. Anyway, so it's really it's a really neat book. What I wrote was Southern Gothic, eerie, past/present, mysterious, ghosts, spirits, brain science. A keeper, read again. Amazing atmosphere. Regional, loved it. So I don't get into really big reviews in here. I just write like little trigger words. This is a really cool story. It is supernatural, but there's it's haunting, and it's beautiful, and it talks about the past up into the present, and it's got some really, really unusual twists. So the title again is A Twisted Ladder, and her name is Rhodey, and her last name is Hawk, Hawk. And I would consider, if I were you, I'd maybe get it from the library if you don't want to look at the bookshelf behind me. Somebody left a comment. I just rolled laughing when I heard it, about how my bookshelf keeps getting fuller and fuller with every video I make. Now that's not as bad as it initially appears, because in one of my previous vlogs I talked about the great bedbug scare that wasn't, and how I packed everything in boxes, plastic tubs, and at one point I humiliated myself by showing you my apartment and all my plastic tubs. And so I had all my books packed, and then I thought I was going to move, and now I'm not sure, and I'm at this stage where I'm either going to unpack everything and stay for another year, or I'm going to get my little butt out there and live somewhere else. So anyway, these are not all purchased books. These are books that I keep rummaging through the boxes periodically to find, and while I'm in there I say, oh, I might want to read this again, oh, I might want to read that again, and out they come. So the shelves are gradually being repopulated, but sadly not in, I always have these grand schemes. My sister, whose name is Adelaide, calls her plans, her schemes, the grand ad plan. And as she puts it, the grand ad plan is always in a shambles. And I'm kind of like her too. I have these grandiose schemes where, as I go through the tubs and unpack my boxes, I'm going to separate all the books out by category, and within category alphabetized by author, and la 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 la. Oh, and I will keep myself interested by listening to audiobooks while I do this whole thing. Yeah, right. Anyway, so I don't know how I got off subject, but that was that page, and then I put in this page. It's green again. Let's see if I can angle it. Yeah, gives you the idea of the colors a little better. Now you just have to look at it in the green so you can see those cute little chickies. Oh, cute little chickies. And yes, that is extremely overpriced scrapbooking tape. I do not know what has gotten into me, this whole, I don't think scrapbooks, because I look at them, and they look so formal, and, nah. I like the idea of smashbooking, or of just taking a journal and decorating it however I see fit. Ooh. And I saw that video, Charmaine, I think. Hi, Charmaine. Charmaine is my little sister in another state. I love you, Charmaine. And I think she was the one that put it on the Crafty People page. But anyway, and then I saw Jamie Lola Tallulah. Hi. she had gone out and bought stuff for it. I just hauled all my recycling out, and trust me, I'm off the. I always discuss the end before I get to the the first part. The first part is I would like to. Oh, Ginny Belly? Oh my, now I've got her name all mixed up. But anyhow, the recycled art journals from cereal boxes. Wow. And I am really, really interested in doing that. That is something I can do with the nieces. And actually, well, within a week or two, I'll be able to have a complete collection of boxes from my sister's house because they go through everything. Those little boxes that have, the snack bars in them, as well as the big cereal boxes. And they have their own recycle bin, that sits outside of their house, as opposed to the big communal bins in an apartment building. Because trust me, I'm not going to rant. I already think I did a whole vlog on this once, ranting. How hard is it to separate? I mean, we have trash chutes. This is a high-rise building. It's 20 stories. Each floor has a chute. You open it, you drop your trash down it, it gets compacted, something happens to it, but it's supposedly never seen again. So that's where the trash goes. And then the recycling, they have these big containers, and one of them is commingled, one of them is paper, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. So at best, all you should see in those bins would be an accident, oops, I put my paper in the glass and metal one, and I don't feel like dumpster diving to resort it. That's fine. No. You see garbage in there, and this is what baffles me. If we have the chutes on the individual floors, then how isn't it harder to take your trash down? You know what I'm thinking though? I'm thinking actually probably this comes from people who are cleaning out their cars or coming back in, because I've seen a lot of McDonald's bags and things. So maybe when they're coming back in, if they park in the back and they're coming in to the building, it's simpler just to pitch it into one of the recycle bins than bring it in and throw it away. And of course the actual garbage is in this fenced in area, and they would have to make some minor amount of effort to step around the fencing and put it in one of the big garbage dumpsters. So no, when people say, oh, raid your recycling bin and see what's in there, I'm like, oh no, there might be maggots. I don't even like the word maggot. So anyhow, what am I trying to say? This is sad. This is sad. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is I saw that. It looks wonderful. I think I can get the supplies to do that. And I'm getting more confidence now in just having fun. Ayana, hi Ayana, said something about, art journaling is a process, not necessarily just a result. And the funniest thing is, I never realized it. I enjoy the processes of things that I do. I mean, things that I do for recreation. Obviously, I don't consider cleaning the bathroom process fun, just the cleanness is nice. But anyhow, I realized I have trouble with a process that doesn't produce a usable result. I was thinking about it. When I have a terrible, terrible headache, I keep thinking, oh, is my hair long enough to get it cut yet? Because I love having my hair washed and cut and messed with. When I need to relax, I look at my toes and think, ooh, can I get a pedicure? And I just realized there's this place in a very nearby mall that does acupuncture, no puncture, no needles, but the acupressure, and they do this thing to your feet, which I've heard is very relaxing, foot reflexology or something. And then also I have heard, I saw a thing that they do that, sitting, you sit up and they do the shoulder, neck, upper back massage. And you know what's funny? I can't bring myself to pay for it. I have pedicures, even though I really could do my own toes, because they're so relaxing. But the end product is, of course, scrupulously clean feet, no cuticles, no calluses, no dead skin, and of course, pretty toenails. The idea of just the process, I want my feet rubbed because it's relaxing. It's funny, I even have some trouble with that. I think by the end of the summer I would like to treat myself to a foot reflexology or one of those massage things, something that is just the process of relaxing and is not going to yield better hair, more trimmed eyebrows, nicer feet colors. Just relax. So, yeah. The Poet Spice's Art Swap. Somebody needs to go to the post office. Hi, Kelly. Something is going to be a wee bit late. Anyway. Oh, yeah, it was just so fascinating to sit down and start playing. I borrowed the huge bag of art supplies from my nieces who are at the beach and are not using them. Now, I haven't really done as much of that this week because I've just been feeling and not really like doing anything. But it's just kind of interesting. It's like being a kid again, and that's what this book is kind of like for me, because I'm just sitting down and instead of, like I said before, the efficient Excel spreadsheet where I can sort, I could come up with codes for how I rated books and blah, 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 and date and generate little reports. And it's like, what? So anyhow, on another topic, this one is The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks, which is my book club book that I finished. And no, this is not the review. I keep meaning to do book reviews. Anyway, the words that I wrote for that one were romantic, surprising, because it has some, plot twists and turns, funny, sad, hopeful. And I wanted to, maybe I'll just put the word dogs in here, because dogs play predominantly in this book. And I am petless. There are people in this building, I think I've talked about this before, who have dogs. I cannot have cats because my niece is seriously allergic to them. I just don't think dogs in high-rises get along too well. There is not that much space in a one-bedroom apartment, and so anyway. Okay, so much for my little journal. I'm trying to think of interesting things because, let's just talk about my diet failure. Actually, I've been doing well. Congratulations, Alice, on not, blowing it or eating something that I have a sensitivity to or any of that kind of stuff. Because I have, I say allergy to eggs. It's not an allergy per se. I don't have to stab myself with an EpiPen. But it's more of an intolerance specifically to egg yolks. And it causes initially, the same thing that a lactose intolerance would cause. But it also, and I swear I am not kidding, like in a day or so following it, I will still feel my joints will ache and I will feel funny and icky. I mean, it really seems to have a systemic effect on me. So, but I do sometimes get, these urges to have baked goods, and so many commercially prepared baked goods have the egg yolks in them. Probably it's been close to 6 months since I went ahead and cheated on something like that, and so I'm really, really happy. So in that sense, I've been good. I have been trying to eat organic food, or if not organic, then just basically healthy food. So in other words, there are no bags of chips here. There are no, brownies or whatever. But I have not been limiting the portions. I just haven't been. That's annoying. I really still am chubby. I thought that my driver's license picture looked incredibly chubby. The old one. And then I got the new one, and I turned when they handed it to me and I said, "Are you sure that's me?" But anyway, enough about that. I just have to watch the portions, and I have to watch the senseless eating. I mean, I'm kind of torn. I prepare food, healthy food, that is tasty, so that I will enjoy eating it, and I will not be tempted to, there's a Kentucky Fried Chicken right across from the shopping center, right across the street. I mean, there's so much easy temptation in the shopping center right across the street. There's a pizza place, there's a Subway, there's a Caribbean Delights, there's all kinds of Caribbean Delights, by the way, is ice cream, which if I take my little lactose pill is digestible. But anyway, it's just so easy. So I like to prepare food, I know I'm trying to get to a point here, that tastes good, so that I will not feel tempted to go out and get something that tastes better. The problem is that I then find myself sitting down in the evening, and if I'm reading a book and one of those characters is eating, just the mention of food is like a trigger for me, or just this vague feeling of, I'm kind of hungry. And I just go and I just eat. Sometimes I eat because it's fun, sometimes I eat because it tastes good. Sometimes I eat because I'm irritated or tired or frustrated. Sometimes I eat to celebrate. I had to stop myself when I picked up my car, saying, ooh, let's, I need to reward myself. Let's celebrate. Let's eat. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? My reward is that I now have a new car. Why do I need to eat something? Anyway, enough ranting about eating. I thought I would show you something interesting that I picked up. This is a Vogue Knitting Crochet Magazine. And I went and got the Crochet Today because Poet Spice had been talking about this tank top, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I also think that the nieces will love it too, but I don't know how much clothing making I'm going to commit myself to. This is really cool. It has a lot of things that I would not necessarily wear for me. Oh, here's something pretty. This is not a pattern in the magazine. This is Bernat Handicrafter Cotton. And this is apparently, it's called the Pineapple. It says, download this pattern free, bernat.com/ I can't speak, /pineapple. It's a very pretty shawl, and it's apparently a free pattern from bernat.com, so I was just throwing that in there because you don't need the magazine for that. And but this has, kind of, I guess because it's Vogue or whatever, it has the kind of stuff that you initially look at and say, you know what, I'm not so sure I could wear this. But of course I have nieces. Oh, it just has this cool little article on, it says the fine art of crochet, and it shows all these things. And I don't know if you can see this middle picture. I'm so bad at pointing on this camera. These are little puffs of tulle with, doesn't that look like my hand? There's like a hand in the picture, and then never mind. Anyway, these little clumps of tulle with buttons on them. And apparently they've been used to decorate a crochet purse. But I just think that's a cool idea. It looks like rainbow colored tulle with little, and it's I don't know, I'm going to try and figure out how to make these little tulle and button puffs and use them to decorate something. And when I do figure them out, I will show you guys. I have decided that even though I cannot necessarily, without a tripod, do one of those really good tutorials, where you film somebody doing something, I can do a series of pictures for simpler things. So anyway, yeah, they have, I'm not sure if I would wear that. Now that to me looks really retro. That looks like the stuff I wore back in the 80s. Very boxy. But it's very pretty. And actually, the boxy style is kind of good for people with bellies. I like this. This is just this pretty elegant. I mean, it's in a really fine weight. So of course it would take forever to make it. But it's so pretty. Now this I am in love with. This right here. It probably does not come in my current size. I have not looked because, I don't want to be crying on this vlog. Now this is such a cool idea. It's a crochet skirt that seems to be attached to, sewn on to a dress top or something. I'm not quite sure how they have it constructed. It is way too narrow for me. I would look so lumpy in this. And because it's a pencil skirt, the nieces either wouldn't wear it at all or they would somehow manage to rip it to pieces because they can't take small steps. This camisole, I don't know if you can see the lacy pattern. It is to die for. Nieces. There's a really nice cowl. I have such a hard time centering. There's a really nice cowl. Oh yeah, this. I love this. And I'm making this in the biggest size possible. I'm just shoving my fat little body down into it and just the heck with it. I love this. And you know what? When I first, I don't know if you can see this one here, the one with the blue striping across the shoulders. I don't really like the blue striping, but I think if that were all done in a solid, pretty color, maybe variegated or, you know, just a very pretty color, it would look great. That is so 80s to me, that boxy shape. It's like a walk down memory lane. Now this is cool. This has more patience than I could possibly do. But for people who like crochet, mixing, you know, fabric and beads and crochet jewelry, ooh, you would like this. Oh, my video is getting long. Okay, and you know what? I thought I had absolutely nothing to say. Then it has a whole series of fashions based on granny squares. I love that. And that is very pretty too. I like that. That is striking. And yes, I do wear things like that. I tended to be more bold and dramatic when there was not quite so much of me. I mean, bold and dramatic can look frightening and intimidating. I like this little shruggy, sweatery thing. You know, when you're big like me, you know, you wear something with big floral print and you sit in a metal folding chair and people think you are an upholstered chair. I'm sorry. No, I should not be putting myself down. You know, negative self-talk, even if it's couched in an attempt to be funny, is still negative self-talk. Oh, and I wanted to talk to you about a really cool online yard sale. I will put a link to it down below. Andi Believes, Mountain Rose Studios. I will put a link to Mountain Rose Studios down below, and then you click on shop and it says come visit our yard sale. I'm sorry. I got to shop while sitting in my favorite little chair and sipping iced tea. And it was just lovely. She is destashing her yarn. She wants to move from West Virginia back to North Carolina. So she is getting rid of a bunch of stuff. So I got yarn and I got stamps. I got clear stamps. She has those up there. She has the little rubber stamps. Wow. I am going to be just arting like crazy. And she also sells, and if you've ever seen, she does these journals and she does smash books and she does art journals and great art. So she must have, I don't even want to think. I think I would just go into a daze if I tried to think about what her gorgeous supplies are like. But she puts together mystery boxes. For $20, she'll pack up a medium-sized box of all sorts of really cool stuff. Papers, just random bits of her art supplies. And so it's $20 for the box and I think $10 shipping. And you will get this wonderful collection of cool art stuff. Plus it's a surprise. And I really like that because a lot of times when I get something, I like to get those grab bag style things because it'll show something that I would never think of purchasing. And then I will be very surprised at how inspiring it is. So anyway, go shopping at an online yard sale. No heat, no humidity, no bugs. Just sit, sip iced tea, and shop. Okay, for everybody who has been leaving comments for me, I love it, I love it, I love it. I have been bad. There has just been something about sitting down in front of the computer and typing that has just been, I just haven't done it. But, you know, I read your comments and they make me so happy and I want to talk back to you. I mean, could I make all these teeny tiny little video responses and keep posting them to people? You know, like, hi, yeah, look, there's lots of books on the bookshelf, or hi, that's a great idea. So whatever. Anyway, I just want to say thank you all. I love all the book recommendations, smoothie recommendations, general comments, and I really, really love my subscribers. I love a lot of you apparently don't really hear from or know, but I love the people that I've met, my fellow vloggers, and I really like the comments. And I am basically an interactive person. I'm just an interactive person with a low battery right now that hasn't recharged, which is why there haven't been any responses. And I've talked for 30 whole minutes. I deeply, deeply apologize. Anyway, anybody who watches this will have given up 30 minutes of their life. Do crafting while you do this, while you hear this, or whatever. Anyway, I hate heat. I really hate heat. That's got nothing to do with anything. Everybody have a good night and keep cool. Bye.